ago encountered a group from Canberra who were singing silly songs. And from that day on, I started writing silly songs. And then I wanted to sing them. So I've been singing these silly songs, which are quite profound, about, phones out of range and things like that. Or floods. I keep a close watch on my clothesline. Songs that reflect what's happening in the modern community, or with women or with men.
Do you have one that you can sing?
Do I have one I can sing?
Now,
Just a real short one.
Yeah, just a short. Yeah.
This comes from personal experience. Let me tell you, I have a house up in Queensland, and we had a big mouse plague, and so it came to me this song with, oh, when the mice come marching in, oh, when the mice come marching in, then I want to move to the Gold Coast when the mice come marching in. And then it has all these, verses like, when they're everywhere, even in my underwear, and so it comes. Or another one with just a quickie with, row, row, row your car gently down the street, merrily, 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 floods are such a treat, and then it goes on.
So it's turning the everyday annoying things.
Well, it's just life.
Yeah.
And there's the spectrum is huge, and I've been able to perform either alone or with a couple of people who have joined me in a group called the Wacky Warblers here around Wollumban. And then I discovered that I was at a women's retreat in March last year, and they said, not only do the power play, but you can do the whole Saturday night entertainment. It was so much fun, because what I did, and I've done this with several retreats now, not just women, but others, where in the course of the conference I might say, tonight I'm going to be singing some silly songs. Anyone who wants to join me, you don't have to be to know the words. I'll sing it to you once. But you just get up there, and you've heard of the famous American group, the Platters. Well, you'll be the Platelets, and you're going to go da da da. And so what happens is that it's a very inclusive thing. The people who are members of the conference are up there with me, being a bit goofy. And it's particularly fun for the conference members if they see members, say, example, one of the organizers up there doing goofy things. And it's non-threatening. They don't have to get it right. And I've done it several times now where it's been a wonderful way. And I just suddenly realized as I've been making my new website, I'm not just what I've been, I'm also an entertainer.
Yeah, you sure are.
Yeah.
So you would definitely agree with the saying that laughter is the best medicine?
I think there's nurturing, loving are also equal. However, there's so much that laughter can do.
Yeah.
And I'll just wrap that up by saying, when I perform these silly songs professionally and whatnot, what I realize is that I'm giving a very profound message to the audience, which is, it's okay to sing imperfectly in public. So many of us receive, across the board, whether it's singing, whether it's, you name it, we all believe, oh, I couldn't do that because I might not do it well enough. And so it's a criminal thing the way children have been told, don't sing because your voice isn't good enough. I have a wonderful story about that someday I'll tell you, of somebody I know, and how in his 60s he said, I've never sung.
Share it.
Should I share it to you now?
Yeah.
Well, I was performing locally here at Stoker's Siding alone, and I met a guy who's an artist, and we got to chatting, and I just, out of the blue, I said, would you, Friday night I'm going to be at Stoker's performing these silly songs, would you like to back me up? And he immediately said yes. And then he said, I was told as a child only to mime singing, because they said my voice was so bad I shouldn't sing. Yet in his 60s, he said, I'm willing to get up there, no music, hardly a practice, and just see what happens. And not only did he do that, but he and I have gone on to be award-winning. We sang at Lismore at the CSG Idol amazing singing competition. And in our category, which was what they call Blast from the Past, Chris and I won the trophy for anti-CSG. And he's been with me all along, and he's still with me. And he brought in other people who had never sung before. And I feel that then the audience realizes, because frankly, Chris he can't be in rhythm. And it makes it even better.
Yeah.
The more out of rhythm he is, the better it is, you know. And so we give this message that we're having fun. We're being in our joyfulness, and we just want to share it with you. We're not going to do it in the shower or the closet. We have a right and a desire to share our exuberance with you. And I feel it's a tremendous message for people to get.
Yeah, what a gift.
Sorry?
Amazing. What a gift.
Yes,
Amazing.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which now I can sing quite well too if I really practice and all that. So it does give me permission to show up, and if I'm imperfect, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And it takes the pressure away because they're silly songs. People go, supposed to be like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Certainly something we can teach our children too.
A lovely, lovely story. I was in a group 20 years or so ago, an acting group, and there were young people and old people, and we were going around. Each of us was given the task to say something we were proud of that we'd achieved in our life. And all the adults said, you know, well, I've written a book, or I've done this or that. And this 13-year-old girl said, well, I reckon the thing that I have achieved is that I'm a happy person. Talk about humility. You know, she had some pretty enlightened parents too. I know that. But at 13, it wouldn't have occurred to me that might be an achievement.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
No, yeah, me neither.
So the learning, the growth is happening all the time.
Yeah, we're all works in progress, and that's fine. That's okay.
That's right. Instead of thinking I should have been perfect from the beginning.
Yeah, no, there's no such thing, is there? Because even if you reach that perfection, there's always there's always something else to reach for.
Otherwise, if we're not continually expanding, it gets really boring, and then we might as well.
You've got to experience both.
Yeah.
Wow. I'd like to thank you, Barbara, very much for your time. It's been wonderful talking to you.
Thank you. I've had a wonderful time too.